Hello Ignite, it's great to see you. This week's video is going to be a little bit different and most weeks are going to try and get a video out a bit like this. So I've asked each kind of member of the core team to produce a bit of a video to encourage you, build you up, give you something fun to think about. So grab a cup of tea, enjoy the video, and I've got a challenge for you at the end. Catch you later.
This is Catherine for KLK News. All the news you need when you're in isolation. I feel like I need to do this because newsreaders do it. Our first story today comes from Warwickshire. A lady was been watering a plant for 2 years and then she found out it was fake. She only found out it was fake when she was trying to repot it and realised there was no soil. It was foam. Our next story, a vicar accidentally set himself on fire. A vicar in the southwest was giving his Sunday sermon over video because of the social restrictions, and he set his arm on fire. And in his interview, he said, "Oh, I'm on fire." Here at KLK News, we have an exclusive interview with the vicar right now. Excuse me, how do you feel about the fire? Any questions? Don't walk away. Any questions about the fire? Do you feel ashamed? What's your next move? Excuse me? Excuse me? Oh, okay. Unfortunately, that's all we have time for this week. Please tune in next week.
Hi everyone, I just wanted to show you a few plants that I really find a lot of joy in at this time of year. They're not very showy, but they're quite like little and cool. So I thought I'd share them with you, just to show you all some of the things that I grow. So the first one is a little woodlander, and it is. So it's called an Arisarum proboscidium. And it has these rather boring, just green leaves. You get a nice little carpet. It spreads out. This one's a couple of years old now. But what you look for in the spring is these really cool little flowers. And they're beetle pollinated, so they're not very showy. But they've got these tiny little flowers and then these long little like wicky bits. So this is more towards the end of their flowering. So when they first come into flower, the leaves are not as high. And you get like all of the little tails often end up like sticking up through the emerging leaves, so it's quite fun to see. So the next one here is all of these like roundy green leaves on the ground. There's a little Asarum. It's not related to what we saw before, and again rather boring evergreen leaves, but at this time of year you get these really lovely little red flowers that shine out, and they really stink, actually. So they're that colour because they're supposed to look like rotting flesh. And they're beetle pollinated, so the little beetles come along, crawling along the ground, looking for somewhere to lay their eggs, looking for sort of some dead thing to lay their eggs in. And they find these flowers and they smell disgusting, rather like rotting flesh. And up crawls the beetle, goes inside. It's a bit disappointed because it's not rotting flesh and it doesn't have anywhere to lay its eggs. But what it does do is it gets covered in pollen, then it comes out and will go to like the next flower over here and be like, oh, is this another dead thing? And that way it gets pollinated. This one has never produced any seed, unfortunately, which is a bit disappointing for me because I quite like to grow it from seed. But here we are.
Hi guys, so as you know, we are going to be doing these videos for you once a week. Some point. But yeah, so either once a week or however many weeks, I don't know. But this week, Becca and I were going to film ourselves doing the Joe Wicks workout. And as soon as we did one, we decided against it. Because it was horrendous. We had to kind of bum shuffle down the stairs the next day because it was too painful to walk down the stairs. So we decided not to do it again. But yeah, so as you know, over the last couple of weeks, our country's been in lockdown. Maybe you've really loved it, maybe you've really hated it, or maybe you're just kind of like in the middle. You're just like, oh, it's chill, but like it's not chill, like just like a nice balance. But yeah, so one thing that's been on my heart recently is how much time we have to just stop and reflect now. So we can stop and reflect on the positives, the negatives, and kind of everything in between. We can stop and reflect on who Jesus is and what he's done. So every day last week, I was out of the house before Will and Becca. Doesn't happen very often, but every day last week I was out of the house before Will and Becca, before 7:30, and I went on a really long prayer walk around the estate that I live on. And as I've walked around the estate, I've kind of had to, like, I've been reflecting on stuff that I've been thankful for in the day or in the week. And so I take a check of what has gone well, and then thank God for that. And then I take a check of what hasn't gone so well, and then give those worries to God. And I found it really helpful to do this. I found it really good, because some days I can sit there and I'm like, oh, actually, there's nothing that I'm thankful for today. But actually, when I force myself to look, I can see that there is at least one or two things in a day. If it hasn't been a good day, there's at least one or two things in that day that I can be thankful for. And so, yeah, so I'm going to set you a challenge, well, myself and Mug Katie. Sorry, it's really scary, by the way. My friend got me for my birthday, and Will and Becca hate it, and they've been trying to smash it. Anyway, so I would like you to find one or two things that you're thankful for and write them down. And then when you come back to it at the end of the week, I would then like you to just take a moment to reflect on all the good things that God has done and all the things that you've been thankful for that week. So to start you off, 5 things that I'm thankful for. So number 1 is the opportunity to spend more time with God during this. Number 2 is my housemates, Will and Becca. Creds to them, they're so great. Number 3 is technology for allowing us all to still be in touch like this. Number 4 is Number 4 is pretty sunsets that come with really long evening walks. I do love a good sunset, and it's great for the Instagram. And number 5, afternoon naps, because they're pretty acceptable now, and why wouldn't you want an afternoon nap? But yeah, so that is my challenge to you. Have fun.
Hi guys, Becca here. I am going to go on a bike ride because it is a beautiful day today, and I'm going to try and take you with me, so bear with me, see if my phone doesn't fall out of my pocket, who knows, and enjoy. And of course, remember, safety first, wear a helmet. You find places like this which are completely empty. Really beautiful. 3 miles to go. We live over there. Right over there somewhere. So that is the rugby club. So I've still got a few miles to go. Here we are. We're back home now. I really need a drink now, or an ice cream. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you next week. Bye!
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that. So to finish off this video, I've got a bit of a competition for you, and it's going to involve using your smartphone or a camera of some sort, your tablet or something. And what I want you to do is find something that is alive, like a tree or a plant, a flower or a bush. And I want you to take as many different interesting photos of that picture. You can email them into me and Katie, so Ben at or Katie at hopecommunitychurch.co.uk, and we'll try and post them up on the next video. Please do not include any part of yourself. It has to purely be of the tree or the bush or the flower. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some pictures of this tree and post them up just to give you a few ideas and examples of what we're looking for. Take care guys, and get snapping.